Hello, guys. How you doing? Long time no see, right? I haven't shown up here for a while. I think more than a week or two now. So I just finished one of my appointments, and I thought, why not? Let's go live, catch up with the people, see how's everybody doing, discuss Brazil, discuss the channel. Waiting for any one of you to be live with me there to tell me if the microphone is working right. So let me know if you guys can hear me. Good evening from Brazil. We are in the winter in Brazil, so I think you guys can see that because of my sweatshirt, right? It's kind of cold in the country. Kind of cold, especially in São Paulo. São Paulo is colder, I believe, than many other states in Brazil. The temperature here is about, let me see the temperature. Temperature in São Paulo. Eighteen degrees Celsius. That would be Celsius to Fahrenheit. So if you guys don't understand Celsius, it's about 64 degrees in São Paulo. But the problem here in the city is the wind, guys. You know, when it's cold and it's windy, so the thermal sensation is always less than what it is. Hey, Hicham, how you doing, my friend? São Paulo is always nice, fresh. 14 degrees. Well, 18. Yeah, right now is 18, Hicham. São Paulo is colder than Rio. You know that, right? So this weather for Cariocas would be a problem, I guess. 41 degree. What? 41 degrees this morning in Rio? My goodness. So probably we are not in the same country, you know. And you, Merman, you're speaking like a carioca. Rio is like an oven. Yes, it is. When we had some heat waves in Brazil during the summer, man. And in São Paulo, it was about 38 degrees, which is 96 Fahrenheit. Saying that for the Americans to understand, of course. And in Rio, the sensation, the thermal sensation was like 50 degrees or 60, if I'm not mistaken. 120, 115. Can you imagine? I can imagine living in a place that goes up to 50 degrees Celsius, the sensation. I know the guys have beaches and everything, but my God. I just remember the first time I was there, Hicham, in Rio. When I first stepped in Rio, I remember I would turn a Coca-Cola entirely like this, in almost one sip. And then I wanted to have another. And I told the guys, hey, I know heat, but from Sao Paulo, but it can't be compared to here. It's different sensations. Like the heat comes from inside, you know. It's not something burning the skin. I think it's so stuffy that you have the feeling inside. So I kept drinking Coca-Cola a lot. How you doing? I'm fine, man. How about you? Anybody else with us here? Just so you know, Hicham is a friend from the Netherlands. Good guy. Sometimes I wake when I was there. It was 8 in the morning. My God, can you imagine waking up at 31 degrees Celsius? That's a big problem. And I like hot weather, buddy. To be honest with you, I like when we are in the middle, about 25, 23. Because when it's too hot, don't feel like doing anything else, right? But okay, I'm surprised with the weather here in São Paulo because even though it's winter, like last year we had no cold temperatures whatsoever. It was just a normal days. It felt like spring, to be honest. But this year it took a while. We didn't have cold days in June. I even made a live video from a Festa Junina where my daughter presented some dances there through school. And for the first time, we were there in June and it was not cold, which is weird. Normally, we associate Festa Junina with a bonfire, with quentão, vinho quente, which is the hot wine. So this year it was hot, the clear blue skies. But now July, I think 3 days ago, the cold started to really come. But I heard something that tomorrow the weather gets better again. That's why in Rio, everybody, yeah, their brains fried. Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. But Rio is a very nice place, no? Um, I posted that video, and people, I had a good response from the viewers about the last video that I put, the Rio de Janeiro in the 30s. People sent me a lot of messages saying, "Wow, that was a beautiful place." The capital of Brazil. I wonder why they changed it to Brasilia. It should have stayed in Rio. It would be better. Would be more elegant if we kept things the way they were, right? It would have been better, definitely. Having the power inside of the state of Rio, it would have been better because either you like it or not, it's the most famous city in Brazil, period. Hands down, the most famous city in Brazil. So they should have maintained the capital there. Well, how you guys doing? Please interact with me like Hicham is doing. Write your message. Let's talk. Let's discuss Brazil. I wonder if this time that I'm starting the live is not too late. You are in Europe, right, Hicham? So right now it's like midnight there, no? It's past midnight. 12:24, is that correct? If it is, man, you were way past your bedtime, no? What time do you go to bed, buddy? 1:25 in Germany. Oh, so it's 5 hours now, the difference. Man, what are you doing? You have insomnia? What's going on? I haven't been producing content for the channel for a while. And this is part of my life, being here with you guys. I really miss it. Even I have no bad time working on projects, Mark. Yeah, I totally understand you, buddy. I totally understand you. I have no time for bed. I have no time to wake up. It's really crazy. By the way, this is one of the reasons I've been absent on the channel in the past 2 weeks, because I am working on my Brazilian Portuguese course, which is coming out beautifully. I just finished the story of the books, because pedagogical books need to have a story, conversation. So I just finished writing the story. I have 2 more books to go, and then I'm gonna work heavily on creating groups, forming groups for people to study Brazilian Portuguese and learning 17 months. That's my idea. And also, I will work on creating the digital course, the one that does not have a teacher. So you guys can pay and you can access the platform from wherever you are, whenever you want to. It could be 2 in the morning, and you're going to have all the videos, all the lessons there. So stick to the channel, hold on, hang in there. I'm going to come out with interesting news very soon. Yes, it's going to be cool. I'm so proud of my work. Seriously, I work my tail off, but the results are nice, man. I already have people taking lessons in the first and the second books, but I didn't have the other books were ready. So now they are. I'm sorry. 3 of them are getting ready, and the other one is gonna be ready soon. Hey, Charles, how are you, man? Charles Jones, an important person for this channel, always with us, always participating. Good to see you, man. How are you doing there in Texas, right? Is everything okay? How's your health? Do you feel better? Have you overcome all the problems? Are you up and about again? What's going on? So, pretty soon I'm going to come with information about the courses. You guys are going to love it. And once I'm done with everything, I will have more time to dedicate for the channel. So, thanks for your patience. Because my idea, guys, I'm working on a way to post every day. I want to have videos every day. Mark, what sotaque or accent are you giving the Brazilian language lessons? Please tell it's the interior dialect. Buddy, I'm from São Paulo, right? So you guys are gonna learn the São Paulo accent. But I try not to I try not to stick to this much because I'm teaching you the Brazilian Portuguese. So that means if you learn the the Brazilian Portuguese accent from São Paulo, you are able to communicate with anybody. I'm always showing other regions as well because I don't want to just the Paulista accent to be the focus, even though that's the one that I speak and that's the one that is normally recorded for the conversations. But I want you guys to be able to understand the Carioca accent, which is very different. The accent, right? Porque it's not pur. Paulista say pur, like trembling the tongue. Porque and Carioca say porque. So dor to say pain, right? Dor. Paulista say dor. So biscoito, exactly, man. Very good. Hitcham has a house in Rio, so he knows a lot. Dor na minha mão no meu trabalho, mas me sinto maior todos os dias. Me sinto melhor, right, Charles? That's good. I'm feel very happy to learn that, right? Because you went through some hardship, I believe. No, I remember. So getting back to the course, the idea is this: is to teach you very fast the Brazilian Portuguese, and I'm using techniques that I use with the Brazilians to teach English. The results are amazing, guys. Seriously, I'm using here the YouTube software. If I could use mine, because my computer doesn't take the memory, it's too heavy for the memory that I have here. But I wanted to show you how my students are speaking in 3 months. It's out of this world. I am recording because I need to prove what I'm saying. When I say the guys are speaking 6 months, I received a message from Jonathan the other day. Let me see if I can put for you guys. Jonathan, Jonathan is my friend, so he's gonna excuse me. I'm gonna play for you guys for you to see. This boy had no prior experience with the English language whatsoever. He spoke nothing. He probably just knew bon dia and boa noite, and that's all. Take a look what he's speaking after a little more than a year. It's incredible. Check it out, guys. Jonathan is probably gonna forgive me. Let me see if I can put that because I hope it comes out loud for you guys to hear. Jonathan.
Oi, Marcelo, tudo bem? Desculpa para falar mais tarde. Ontem estou muito ocupado. Mas para visitar, tudo bem. Obrigado. Nós temos muito tempo por fazer isso. So, sem problemas. Eu falo com você bastante during the week, na semana. É, eu falo com você de tudo coisas de minha empresa, porque é muito importante de visita. Uh, depois, como você tá? Como tá ali, Manu? Tudo bem? Uh, boa noite. Tchau.
I don't know if you guys could hear it, but it's amazing. Amazing that he sent me almost 1 minute message speaking the Portuguese, the Brazilian Portuguese. I was so proud of him. I even, celebrated. Did you guys hear? I think you did, right? Amazing, man. Amazing. He turned like he completed a year studying Portuguese with me. Not to mention, from December on, there had been some problems. Right, they were more absent than in class because they were traveling. But amazing, amazing. Let me read your comments. Trapland, how easy is to get an apartment, a job if you don't speak Portuguese? I want to come there for school. It is to get an apartment. When you say get an apartment, you mean rent a place? Um, a job? Look, yes, there is a problem with Brazil. Brazil has 216 million people, okay? About 216 million people. But only 5% of this population speaks English, but 1% is fluent. It's not me saying, it's the British Council. They had a survey and they investigated. Check on the internet, I think you can find it. Just 1% can be considered fluent in the language. So that means you're going to have trouble working in a place because without speaking the Portuguese language. That's a problem. So unless I think your chances increase if you are in São Paulo, right? Because there are more people who speak English in São Paulo than I think many other places in Brazil. But I don't know about the apartment, man. They are very bureaucratic. They ask for probably your documents, your residency here. Um, they're gonna ask you for a few things. You have to prove income that you're gonna be able to pay rent. So, but the language might be a problem. I recommend you to take Portuguese lessons. If you need, just send me a message. I teach the Brazilian Portuguese. I was saying that at the beginning of the streaming here, the broadcast. I teach the Brazilian Portuguese in a very fast way. You will be surprised. So send me a direct message on Instagram. And if you are interested, of course, and then we can talk about it. But in Brazil, you better know some Portuguese, man. I think it's gonna help you in a lot of things. So I'm gonna write here my profile on Instagram. Oh, they block me. I don't know if I think you guys received it. It's basically the same. Brazil.subtitled. Send me a direct message on Instagram. I can present the techniques, the course. If you are interested, then we can talk about having classes. But you gotta know some Portuguese. I think it's important. Seeing life critical things. Okay. Yes, I remember, buddy. So Charles is speaking about his situation in the hospital. I remember that. Glad you're back. What is your background in educational and work? Man, I went to college, sorry, for international relations. I studied 4 years of my life there. Um, for you guys who don't know, international relations is a course that is basically created in the United States of America. It has three pillars, basically, which is politics, economics, and history. So an internationalist understands a lot of economics, a lot of politics, and a lot of history. Our historical background is really good, like this. We had to read this for college So you guys know. Henry Kissinger, probably you know. I had to read this as well, right? And other things like the theory of international relations in Portuguese. Okay. So many other things. The political economics that I loved when I was in school, when I was in college, like os anos de chumbo. So that would be a literal translation would be the lag years, or the hard years. So it's economic and international politics in between wars. So I love the course that I had. I have a graduation on this. I was also planning on having a higher degree in international relations. I started working on my project for USP, the University of São Paulo. But I was not a student yet. I needed to enroll to have a test. And then I missed the deadline for the registration. Bizarre as it might sound, I was so focused on reading the books that I ended up missing the deadline. Oh, this one is another one that is really important. Global political economy. Gilpin is a monster, you know. Ways of War and Peace, Michael Doyle. So all these things are in English and they are for college. And we had to read a lot in English for college, you know. And so I missed the deadline at USP. And I asked myself, where do I want to go by having a master's degree in international relations? What is my focus now? Because I went to college, I was 29, 28 years old until the age of 32. So I was already old compared to the other classmates that I had. Then I thought, okay, where do I want to go? I'm a father now. No, I was not a father at the time. No, I was a father already because it was 2016 when I was 2016 when I was trying to work on my project for USP, and Manu was born in 2015. So then I said, okay, it's not gonna take me anywhere. I'm gonna give up and I'm gonna focus on what I do really well, which is teaching. I was kind of tired of my profession as a teacher. So many years teaching the English language, 16 years at that time. I was tired of the classical method and everything that I used, the books that I had. So I started researching, and I ended up creating my own methods, my own methodology to teach languages. And with that methodology, I still needed the book. So I decided to work. And then the pandemic came, it's important to say. And during the pandemic, I decided to to produce 5 books to teach medical students here in Brazil how to speak technical English. Because I saw a niche in the country, people who were taking lessons, medicine classes at the university, but they didn't speak English so well. So I decided to teach these people. During the pandemic, with the lockdown, we were inside an apartment. I started producing those books. And then I started working on the English books that I used to teach. I said, okay, I'm going to create my own. So I created another 5. So 5 medical English, 5 5 for the regular students of English. And now I'm working on 5 for the Brazilian Portuguese students, the foreign students, using the same method. Well, very good, amazing, de verdade. Thank you very much, man. Brazilian Portuguese is a lot easier than Portuguese. Definitely. A lot of people say the Portuguese from Portugal, it sounds like Russian because the guys speak really different. The accent is different, and also the structuring tends to be different as well, right? They don't have like the ing we have in English. They, for example, in Portuguese, they say eu estou estudando. Portuguese from Portugal say eu estou a estudar. Eu estou a estudar. Sometimes it's like this. So they don't have the ing thing. I could wait until the end, but I think I have, what is that, OCD? I have to see everything organized. Perfect. Very good. Oh, I wanna show you my book, but I'm not gonna open because it's an old version because I've already changed this book like 3 times. Let me show you guys. This is my book. Take a look at that. So even we didn't have something written on top, so I wrote with my hands, like handwriting. But this is what I created. Look what the pandemic did to me, right? Because I was gonna go crazy. I was locked up inside an apartment close to Paulista Avenue. I said I'm gonna do something good with my time. So I started working on this book, right? Look what a handsome fellow this guy is. Take a look. Yes. So if you look at it, even the size of the book nowadays, it's like this, guys. It's thicker. It's thicker nowadays. I don't have. This is the problem. I create the books, people buy, but I don't have my own. I should have all of them here. I know I'm gonna buy them, okay, but I'm very proud of this because after that, 11 other came so far, right? So no, 12 other came, and no, 13 other came. Sorry, 13 other books came. So no, 12, 13 with this, and then I need 2 more. So yeah, 12. The number is correct now. 12, this is 13, or this would be the first. And then I have 2 more, which is a Portuguese that I'm going to finish. But what I like it is that it's the way I planned, exactly the way I planned with my method. So it's working really fine. Okay, you were a teacher. I thought so. Yes, I've been a teacher for many years of my life already. Because I know, like you said, English fluent speakers in Brazil, for those not in Miami, is rare. Yes. Yeah, where's everybody? I don't know. Maybe it was a bad idea to have a live at this time, but okay, we can talk here. Or when I think it's time for me to stop, I'll let you guys know. But I just wanted to catch up with you guys. I have some material that I need to edit already to release for this week because I haven't released anything this week, so I feel terrible. I need to keep the channel working, So I went to the beach that 2 weeks ago, almost. Yeah, I think 2 weeks ago, and I still haven't edited the video because I was working on the books. My life is like this, guys. I have to juggle among so many things. If you guys have any question about Brazil, ask me. Please don't ask me about soccer. I'm pretty frustrated myself. I don't know what happened to our team, our national team. It sucks big time. It's one of the worst. Actually, I'm going to say that. It's the worst soccer team I have ever seen play. Wow, I try to support it. I watched it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Losing to Uruguay like this never happened, man. Never happened. Like no other team in South America were capable of beating us. Argentina did this a few times. It was hard for them, but our team was amazing. Now, I'm gonna be surprised if we qualify for the World Cup. Mark, can you make a video when you have the time, like an overview which neighborhood in São Paulo is better suitable for home? That's a good idea, man. Let me take notes on this. So I'm actually planning on making a video about neighborhoods. But your idea just helps me more. So a video about neighborhoods. I need to go back as soon as I can, guys, because Manu is on vacation now. I need to go back and do the walking vlogs, not only the bike vlogs. I want to do more walking vlogs as well. I want to be walking and showing you the neighborhoods. So I basically filmed, I think, two only. I need to go to Pinheiros. I need to go to Jardins, Bela Vista, the downtown area as well. I want to show you everything that I can, so you guys have an idea. To move like you know. Okay, absolutely. I'm gonna do that for you. Well, Barueri is definitely too far, man. It's not even considered São Paulo, São Paulo. I think Barueri is another county, like Guarulhos, if I'm not mistaken. They I think they even have a mayor of their own. So, but then again, everything depends on what you're looking for, right? Everything depends on what you're looking for. If you want to be in the city, have access to the transportation, which, by the way, guys, is growing really fast. This governor is doing a great job. So you gotta be closer. Gotta be the north, the south. One of the regions that grows the most, Hitcham, is Barra Funda, man. I'm gonna take notes if you wanna do your research in the meantime. It's incredible how many buildings they are constructing. It's west side. Look, Barra Funda. This is the name of the neighborhood, right? They've been building lots of towers, improving the place because São Paulo doesn't have space to expand anymore. So they try to go to other regions, not only the south. They're now trying to go to west. You know, be even though it's a little bit more distant, they are building more there. So amazing! It's really cool. And also, I need to tell you that we have a subway reaching the west side of the city, and many expansions for different lines that are already being dug. So we have that big machine we call Tatuzão that is excavating underground already for the train to pass. So give São Paulo 5 years and you won't recognize the city anymore. Believe me. Things are going up really fast. Between Rua Augusta and Mackey Mill would suit me. Well, that area is Jardins, man. Amazing. That's an amazing place, buddy. But I think you are talking about the size of Jardins, because we have two sides when you think of Paulista. We have the downtown side. If you go down Augusta, you end up in Praça da Sé, which is the downtown area. The other side is the rich area. When I lived in close to Paulista, I lived, I think, a block away from Augusta, and I lived on the downtown side. The other side is the richer side. They have better apartments. It's called Jardins, okay, Jardim Paulista. So amazing. Oh, Bill is here. Hi, Bill. How you doing, man? Hi, Mark. Always trying to be here for you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. Keep it goes. Here's a question: of all people, does anyone have jobs, or are there a lot of people on welfare? That's a good question. I think, look, I think there are a lot of people in Rio that have jobs, man. We have to check the numbers of unemployment. Let's check. Número de desempregados, unemployed people, no Rio de Janeiro. Vamos pôr 2024. Because look, I have to say, Rio de Janeiro is the second biggest city in Brazil. Okay, it's just after São Paulo. It's behind São Paulo. So they have a lot of jobs as well, you know. Oh, take a look. I have G1. This is from first trimester, first 3 months of 2024. Yeah, but here they don't talk specifically about Rio. March and May. Hold on a second, please. I'm gonna find something to show you. Oh, I have some report from May 17th, 2024 here, Bill. I wish I could share with you guys. So unemployment goes up in 8 states in the first 3 months of 2024, says IBGE. IBGE is an institute that has this kind of survey, research. Let's see if they specifically talk about Rio. Okay, Rio de Janeiro, the first 3 months of 2024. So we have 10.3, but what is this? 10.3%. I wanted the number of people. Hold on a second. Desemprego no Rio. When I type, it gives me the information of São Paulo. Okay, I'm gonna keep searching, I will tell you. Okay, and Brazilians are resilient to Rio. A lot of work on the beach or selling food. Yeah, I think so. There are a lot of they call informal jobs, right? Hitchen in Rio. People are always working. If they don't have, because we call carteira assinada. In Brazil, you have like a booklet, a small one, that your employer stamps and writes your information. Hey, you're working here with us. You're paid this. If you don't have this, with this document, you can get your retirement. So it's totally different from other countries. They deposit the money for you to retire in the future. But some people work informally. They sell things at the beach. They make money like this. They help tourists around. So, but we have some data that we can give about Rio de Janeiro. Oh, I have O Globo here about the economics sector. It says unemployment only drops in 2 states in the 4th trimester, according to IBGE. Only Rio de Janeiro and Rio Grande do Norte had a reduction in the indicators. The rate was stable among the other regions of the country, or they presented a drop. So we have here in Rio de Janeiro, it dropped from 10% of the population to 10.9% of the population to 10%. So it reduced, right? So 10% of the population is unemployed, according to O Globo, one of the biggest medias in Brazil. Yeah, 10%. In São Paulo, 6.9% is even lower. São Paulo is a machine, you know. People are always working, so you have many opportunities. And of course, because of that, the cost of living is expensive. Oh, look at the data. Amapá, 14.2%. Bahia, 12.7%. Pernambuco, in the northeast, 11.9%. Sergipe, 11.2%. Piauí, 10.6%. Rio de Janeiro, 10%. Distrito Federal, which is our federal capital, the district, 9.6%. Paraíba, 9.6%. Alagoas, 8.9%. Amazonas, where the rainforest is 8.8%. Ceará, 8.7%. Rio Grande do Norte, 8.3%. Pará, 7.8%. Then you go down, look, Maranhão, 7.1%. Roraima, 7%. São Paulo, 6.9%. Acre, 6.7%. Tocantins, 5.8%. Minas Gerais, 5.7%. Very good. Minas Gerais, I have a sister living there. Goiás, 5.6%. Rio Grande do Sul, where the catastrophe took place, 5.2%. Espírito Santo, which is one of the fourth states of the southeast with São Paulo and Rio, 5.2%. Paraná, 4.7%. Mato Grosso, 3.9%. Rondônia, 3.8%. Santa Catarina, 3.2%. But look, these are indexes for small. Okay, Minas Gerais is a big one, but Rio Grande do Sul is small, kind of. Rondônia is really small. Mato Grosso, I think the population is not big. Santa Catarina is a small state, so they have 3.2% of unemployment. Okay, have I helped? Okay, so let me read. Bill, I live in the west zone near Barra da Tijuca, Recreio dos Bandeirantes. Like you know, Mark, the Avenida das Américas passes there. When I see all the block parties having fun and party, I wonder if they work. Wow, Bill. Look, man. I have a lot of I think you are American, right? So I have a lot of Americans. I can say that a lot of American friends. Lifestyle, if you compare beach cities or coastal cities, right, and you compare to other regions and other countries, totally different. Brazilians, and especially people from Rio, they were not born to. I mean, they work to live. They don't live to work. They even say that they work to live, not live to work. So they know how to balance. They work, of course. They go to the office. There are people with suits and ties, dressed up, but they also go to the beach at 6 p.m. They go to a bar. They socialize. They make friends. So maybe this is a cultural difference, you know, when compared to the United States. I don't know the people from California, but I know if you compare, even if you compare to the people in Sao Paulo, I myself work 14, 15 hours a day, but I'm crazy. Normal people usually work 12 in Sao Paulo. So I don't know. São Paulo, when Cariocas come to São Paulo, they say, yeah, you guys work too much because we want to make money. I think the lifestyle in São Paulo is quite similar to the United States. Quite similar. I say that because some friends that come here, they say, yeah, it is similar, but not so much. You guys still go out. You have fun during the nights. We don't. We go home and we take a shower, turn on the TV, and zone out, right? But Paulistas are always in bars. Go to Paulista now. Maybe not tonight because it's cold. But in general, people know how to balance. They have jobs, of course, but they love going to the beach. Every opportunity they have for fun, they go. So that's why I think it attracts a lot of foreigners. You know what I mean? In the morning and evening, BRT buses pass there loaded with people from Baja. Absolutely. You know, a lot of. And look, I think it's hard to work in Rio, no? Because the temperatures are super high. Imagine walking on the street with you're sweaty all the way. You know, that's just crazy. São Paulo is already hot for me, let alone Rio. You know, Imagine you're walking by Copacabana Beach, having to rush to go have a meeting with another office, and people are playing volleyball at the beach. Can't imagine this. But Bill, a lot of work, half a day in the morning and afternoon beach time. It happens a lot. Thank you, man. My pleasure, Bill. If you have any questions, let me know, because this live is quite. If you weren't for Hitcham, I would be talking to myself here. So it's quite slow today. Not many people showed up, and I understand I haven't shown up for a while now, right? Last time I think was a week and a half ago or something, when I was at the beach. And I apologize, guys, but it was because of my project with the Brazilian Portuguese course, which which you're gonna hear a lot very soon about this. Guys, I have other profiles. Please, very soon I'm gonna tell you about other channels that I'm creating. One just to teach the Brazilian Portuguese, gonna be with me. The name is, if you wanna follow there, it's YouTube as well. It's at Portuguese. Oops, what have I done? Hold on. It's at Portuguese with Mark Saint. So if you want to subscribe to this channel, please do that favor for me. Also follow this profile on Instagram, because very soon, as soon as I'm done with the last 2 books that I'm writing, the last 2 of 15 books I've been writing so far. And I promise the last thing, I don't want to write anymore. I'm tired. 4 years doing this. So as soon as I'm done with them, finish editing, I'm gonna be very active in these profiles, not only Instagram, but also YouTube. I'm gonna be making videos only about learning the Brazilian Portuguese. So you guys are gonna have 2 things, 2 channels that you could follow to receive information about Brazil. One about the language, and the other one, this one here, which is Brazil Unsubtitled. And I'm gonna be working a lot more than I do. About the place where one would go to hang gliding. It's in Barra da Tijuca. Are you talking about Pedra da Gávea? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's Pedra da Gávea, if I'm not mistaken, but don't have much information. No problem, Bill. I think it's Pedra da Gávea, where they fly from. Yeah. So Hitcham knows a lot, because he has a house in Rio. So it's between Joá and São Conrado. What is Joá, man? It's a beach. So there are a lot of good places in Rio. No, I have made 4 videos there, I guess 4 or 5. I spent a week there, but I really want to go and produce more, you know. You guys need to get to know other places in the States as well, not only in Rio, because I know the city is amazing, but look, I really recommend Búzios. Have you guys ever been to Búzios, guys? If you do go, you're gonna fall in love. When I was 29, I bought a brand new car, and I told my friend, "Oh, let's put this car to work. Let's drive to Bahia." If you look at the Brazilian map, guys, São Paulo is here, and then you go all the way, you cross Rio, you cross the state of Espírito Santo, and then Bahia is right here, so far away. 1,680 something kilometers, super far away. Joatinga, okay. So I did this. I went to Rio, so from São Paulo to Rio, driving 5 hours and a half. And then we stayed a couple of hours there, and then we got the bridge called Rio Niterói. You go to the other side through a bridge, a very long bridge. And the next step is going to Búzios. Búzios is amazing. It's scenic. It's beautiful. I remember we checked in a pousada, an inn that belonged to a French family. The guy came to visit Brazil. He visited Búzios, and he told his family, "How about we move in here?" And he left Paris and started a life in Búzios. Only Rio de Janeiro offers stories like this. So everywhere you go, you see foreigners from everywhere, people who gave up on everything, on their lives back where they were born, to live in Brazil, to be in Rio de Janeiro. So I think it was very interesting. And the place, guys, there are certain areas that you have beaches on both sides because it's like an arm of the land. So you have beaches here, and then you cross, you go through some houses, and then you cross the street, more houses, beach on the other side. It's Búzios. Amazing. Búzios. Look at the name of the city. Oh, we have more people coming. Let me read the comments. Okay, Hitcham is explaining Bill where it is, and Gavia indeed. So I was correct about Gavia. Where the stars also live. Yes, there is an area in Rio with a lot of celebrities. So amazing. Driving in Brazil as well. I love it. Also Dutra. Yeah, let me tell you. Look, I don't know today, but I traveled in 2009. And back then, I already heard that from the 10 best roads in Brazil, 8 or 9 were in São Paulo. Can you believe it? So I drove all the way to Rio, had no problems because you have many lanes to go there. And then in Rio, also no problem. Espírito Santo, kind of good. They are from the southeast region. When we got to Bahia, guys, I felt I had a feeling that I was driving on the moon. You had some crates, right? Crates, some big holes on the pavement. Unbelievable, unbelievable. I don't know nowadays. Maybe because it's been so long. It was 2009, so. But I almost died driving there. So I said I'm never gonna do that again because I thought it was dangerous. But São Paulo is incredible. You feel like you don't have a truck on your back, on your tail, try to pass you, So Baldini, how are you, Baldini? Brazil have 5 states. Which one is your favorite? 5 states. Brazil have 5 states. What do you mean, man? Which one is your favorite? Look, in terms of quality of life, São Paulo is my potholes. Thank you, Bill. I know this word, but I wanted for me potholes is smaller ones. I'm talking about really big ones like the ones on the moon. Craters. I don't remember this word, but anyways, help me, please. Quality of life, São Paulo. Definitely, São Paulo is my choice. It's safer. It's the safest state and city in all the world, right? It's it has a lot of possibilities, a lot of opportunities. Great restaurants, great bars, great airports, basically great everything. So I would say, because of the quality of life, I would say São Paulo. I also like the coastal area of São Paulo. If you get the north coast of São Paulo, you're gonna have beautiful beaches. Like, oh, take notes on what I say, okay? I'm gonna say Ubatuba. My daughter loves this place. Ubatuba is amazing. São Sebastião. Unfortunately, they had a natural catastrophe, landslides taking place in the city, destroyed a part of it, but it's amazing. Ilha Bela. I have videos about Ilha Bela, guys, and Ubatuba. You can check on the channel. So I like São Paulo, but look, I'm in love with Rio. When I go to Rio, especially the first time I went to Rio, I am in awe because the place is so fantastic. I wouldn't live there, though, but I like visiting. I like visiting Rio very much. I say there's no other city I know where people gather around to watch the sunset. I even have a video about this. Go check. People gather around to watch the sunset because they are like across from the Corcovado, the Cristo Redentor, the Christ the Redeemer. So they are on the opposite side, and then they're watching the landscape with the Corcovado, with the Christ, and then the sun sets right there. Oh my God. There's no other city in this country with the vibe of Rio, with the atmosphere. If you know your way, if you can avoid the danger, it's a perfect place for you to visit. Perfect. The nights are amazing. The construction is amazing. I like the Portuguese colonial architecture of Rio de Janeiro. It was our capital for many years, you know. It was elegant. People try to copy Paris, people try to copy London. So they built a lot of interesting things like Teatro Municipal, the library. So Rio de Janeiro is probably my second favorite place. And I've been to Floripa, Florianópolis, which is in Santa Catarina, but Rio de Janeiro has my heart. It's just and the funny thing, I think God was so inspired when he made Rio because it's not only the city, guys. This is what I want you to understand. You have other places like Búzios, I said. We have a place like Angra dos Reis. My God. Angra dos Reis. You have Cabo Frio. I have American friends who've been to Cabo Frio. Visit these places when you plan a trip to Rio. Don't stay only in the city because it's I know the state of São Paulo, our countryside has farms and cows. The countryside in Rio has farms and cows, but they have beaches. So the people who live, the farmers, they can go to the beach. This is bizarre, man. The whole state is a coastal area. So Rio de Janeiro is an inspiration for us, you know. Incredible. Greetings from Saudi Arabia. How are you doing, Mark? I'm doing great, Wasim. How are you, buddy? Is everything okay there in Saudi Arabia? What is the weather like? Tell us. Chat with us here. And your last favorite city or state? Man, I still have to get to know a lot of places, okay? I don't know. I think I know very little of my country, unfortunately. I want to change this very fast. And I want to do this with the channel. I want to travel all around Amazonas, the forest, Pantanal. Guys, if you want an adventure, you gotta go to Pantanal. You see the leopards, the crocodiles, the snakes. My least favorite, man. Least favorite. I hope the people, the Capixabas, forgive me. Capixaba are the people from Espírito Santo. But it's maybe I had very little time there. I visited Vitória, I visited Guarapari, but I didn't like the city and the state very much. Maybe because I was coming from Rio, so it was impossible not to compare. You know, it was I couldn't help it but compare Rio and Espírito Santo, and the waters are darker. Uh, the architecture is much older, apparently. Not so interesting, in my opinion. But I'd like to change my mind, go again, because I think one visit is not enough for you to make up your mind about a place. So I have to choose one because you're asking me. I would say Espírito Santo. I liked it the least. I really love Minas Gerais. I wouldn't, again, I wouldn't live in these places. Even Minas, I wouldn't have a house there. I like the place, but my place is São Paulo and Rio. But I would definitely visit Minas Gerais as many times as possible because you have a lot of history, you know. There is a city called Ouro Preto, which is in Minas Gerais. That they call this, it's a live museum. It's an outdoor museum because the whole city is from the colonial period when Portugal was our metropole. They were our government. So amazing. Okay, Hitchum. And Bill and the Americans, they are around Mogi das Cruzes, up to Americana and Limeira, like the Great Plains in the US. Oh yeah, look, the city of Americana, Hitchum, I have family there. My grandmother's family lives in Americana. It was built by Americans. I think they were escaping from civil war and they came to Brazil. And the funny thing, the way they built the city, it's like the US. The size of the streets are unbelievable. There are two or three. They're 3 times as big as the regular street in Brazil. It's incredible. Petrópolis, Teresópolis, this is região serrana do Rio de Janeiro. The hillside of the Rio de Janeiro. Petrópolis is also a live museum because Rio was the metropole, the capital. Guys, you can imagine how much history you can absorb. So it's not only the beach, it's not only the girls, it's not only the temperature. You gotta learn and absorb history, culture when you come to Brazil. There's so much to learn, you know. Guilherme Pereira, hello, let's play basketball on Friday. Hi, Guilherme, how are you, man? Great friend from the basketball team. I'm not sure, buddy, because my wife wants to go to Festival do Japão, or the Japan Festival that takes place here close to us every year. It's gonna be in the Expo Imigrantes. I've made the videos there before. We celebrate the Japanese colonization of not colonization, but the immigration of the Japanese to São Paulo. So she wants to go there. She wants to eat the typical foods. And so I probably won't be able to go play basketball this time around. Okay, I said Ubatuba. I'm kind of late reading this. The scenery in Rio is awesome. You go from one neighborhood. Ah, man. Every time I go, like, it's breathtaking. Last time I went by bus. So I went to Novo Rio, the bus station. And from Novo Rio, I took a VLT train to where Museu do Amanhã is located, the Museum of Tomorrow. So I'm a guy who likes to walk. I walk a lot in São Paulo. Now I'm riding bicycles more. But I said, okay, I have nothing to do. My appointment is going to be in the afternoon. It's early morning. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk. So I walked all the way from Museu do Amanhã to Copacabana Beach. And in the period, this traject, I filmed, I made a live, I talked to you guys, to the people that were live with me there. It was amazing. So Rio de Janeiro is unbelievable. Okay. Lush green mountains between the bairros, yes. Paraty is also really good. Paraty is close to Ubatuba. Bill, I don't understand your question. When you're Portuguese with Mark Saint, when what? When I'm going to start using the profile? Go to north of Distrito Federal, Chapada Diamantina. Wow. Yeah, Hitchum, Brazil, man, is unbelievable. It's not because it's my country. Brazil is unbelievable, guys. You choose. You wanna climb a mountain. You have places. You wanna go diving. You guys don't talk much about Fernando de Noronha. Fernando de Noronha is unbelievable. For the rich and famous, I normally say, because all the global actors go there, man. Fernando de Noronha is an island off the coast of Pernambuco. Unbelievable. It belongs to Brazil, of course. But it's a paradise. They control the number of tourists that go into the island. I will take you, my friends from the Aldeia in Pau Brasil, Pataxó. Wow, very good. The Indians. We even have this, the Indians. Channel is up. Please put link in the description. Okay, I will. About the channel, right? Brazil with Mark Saint. I will put, okay? But I've already written, if you type this at Portuguese with Mark Saint, you can access, man. There's no video there yet. I'm going to pretty soon start producing things there once I'm done with the course, because I'm still writing and editing and producing the books. Okay? But I will. Minas is good for a small chácara. No, but not only that, buddy. Minas has Belo Horizonte, the capital, which is big. Many small cities around. Mariana, Bento Gonçalves, I think it's Bento Gonçalves is Minas Gerais. Don't remember now. Let me see. Bento Gonçalves. No, Rio Grande do Sul. Nothing to do with what I said. Okay. But there are Mariana. There are some other places that I forgot. Tiradentes, Ouro Preto. Cachaça there is really good. Really good. Oh, my brother is here. Ronaldo, how are you, man? Tudo bem, Rô? Guarulhos, he's mentioning Guarulhos. Guarulhos is where we were born. So good. I don't want to talk about Guarulhos because the people are going to hate me, but Guarulhos is really good. They have an airport, an international airport. That's the best place in the city. That's the story behind Indeed. I was there a lot in Santa Bárbara, Limeira, yeah, São Paulo. You need to see the Parintins Festival in Manaus. Yes, man, it's Parintins. Festa do Boi, like the Ox Festival. They have two. The festival is divided in two groups of fans. The forgot the names of the boys. Caprichoso and the other one I don't remember. It's like a carnival festival, right? But with only two sides, not like Rio that you have a lot. Oh, Bill is saying, don't forget to like the please do that. Thank you very much, Bill, for doing the job for me. That video was great in Rio. Thank you, buddy. I'm Moroccan and Brazil is my country. Ubatuba, yeah, Ronaldo is saying, my brother is saying Ubatuba is really good. Yes. I tried the Portuguese with Mark Saint, not up. Really? I want to see that. Let me see if it's not working, because I have already created the channel. I just need to post the videos, but let me see. You guys are gonna love, seriously. I have so many ideas for what to post in this Portuguese with Mark Saint. You guys are gonna love this channel, I promise you. If you want to learn the Portuguese language, guys, you're gonna love it. Portuguese with the Mark Saint. Yeah, it doesn't appear. That's weird. I'm gonna work on this. Don't worry. As soon as it's up and working, I'm gonna let you know, okay? Guarulhos sempre chuva. Not really, Richard. Not really. It doesn't rain that much, no. Ubatuba rains a lot, right? Garantido e Caprichoso. Yeah, these are the names of the boys. Garantido on one side. I think they have even the colors. I think it's red and blue. It's like the Democrats versus the Republicans, if I'm not mistaken. Red versus blue. So the people who like one of the oxen, they just wear red, and the other one just wears blue. Okay, it's a beautiful festival. Yeah, Bill is asking because he saw my brother putting KKK KKK means KKKKK. It's like repeating the sound of a laughter. It has nothing to do with Ku Klux Klan, just to make it clear, because I've seen some Americans saying that, but they didn't have a historical background. In Brazil, people put KKK to sound like LOL, laughing out loud. Basically, this is the idea, okay? KKK is I'm laughing. It's fun. It's like ha ha ha. Exactly. Thank you, Baldini. Bill, maybe Brad Zuka is sabotaging the new channel. Man, Brad Zuka is going to be back soon. I promise you. Promise you. He's just busy with helping me with the books, with the editing, with the writing. But he's gonna be back soon, man. Gonna be back soon. I promise you. And he has his own show inside our channel, which is an interview one, and the other one is a news one. So I want to be able to interview more people with Brad Zukac. You know, I direct him when he's there, so I want him to interview more people. Let's see. Let's see. By the way, did you guys watch the video with his talk show? It's called what is the name, man? Oh, I even forgot the name. My God. Brad Zuka talks tonight. Have you guys watched this video? It's a lot of fun. Sometimes I'm doing nothing and I go and I watch. I was the interviewed, by the way. He interviewed me. If you haven't, you need to watch this. You need to watch this one. Um, and there is another one that I like with Brad. That is the do's and don'ts of Brazil. What to do and what not to do. It's a very funny one. So please watch. Just find this on the channel. So it's like, okay, they are explaining the KKK. Bread is the best. Thank you. Or in Portuguese. Oh, yes. Another way, Bill, to show that you're laughing in Portuguese would be RS, 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 because that would be risos or laughter. Okay. Ha 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 in Spanish. I know. Very good. Ronaldo, você é irmão do Mark, encantado, nice to meet you. Yes, he's my brother. He has the pleasure to be my brother. Okay, now I'm talking like Brad. Brad behaves like this. So the area near Mairiporã is also the road from Guarulhos. That is awesome. The whole part just north of São Paulo. Wow, very different. I think the area of Mairiporã, you know a lot about Brazil, Hitchin. This is incredible. The part of Mairiporã, I have to tell you, is what would be compared to the American suburbs. Because you go up some hills, and on top of the hill, you have a condominium. You have rich mansions, big houses with swimming pools. It's incredible. They prefer to live there because they are among trees, vegetation, monkeys. It's super cold up there. It's colder than the rest of the city. It's incredible. Amazing. I really recommend Mairiporã. The late night show was awesome. Thank you. Thank you very. Oh, German just sent a super chat. Thank you very much. If you guys want to contribute to the channel and you want to send a super chat, it's a pleasure for us. You're gonna be helping us make the dreams we dream for the channel come true even faster. So if you can't do this, no problem. Don't feel forced to do anything. But German, thank you very much for the $5. Hello, Mark in chat room. Pips, hope all is well. What about cities like Porto Alegre, Vitória, Espírito Santo, João Pessoa, Foz do Iguaçu? The ones that I know. Sometimes I don't know by visiting, but I have a lot of information. Okay, because I read about them. I talk to people who've been. Porto Alegre is the capital of Rio Grande do Sul. What you have to know is they were down, they were under the water a couple of months ago. I still don't know what things are like. I'm gonna make a video to bring updates about Rio Grande do Sul. I think it's really important because I had funding here, and many people contributed. People always ask me, "Well, what is the situation like now?" I wanna do that. I'll try to do that tomorrow about Rio Grande do Sul. So Porto Alegre, I heard it's beautiful. A lot of nice people, but the situation now, I don't think it's good. Even the airport, I don't know if it hasn't been open yet. I think it's still shut down because the water took everything. Vitoria, I just said this. I was in Espírito Santo, but I didn't have much time to explore the city, to visit the best places, to eat at a restaurant there. So I was there for maybe 3 or 4 hours. So I don't have much information about Vitoria. I've heard, depending on the area, Vitoria could be a little dangerous. So just gotta be careful. João Pessoa, Paraíba. Wow, this is a place I would like to visit soon. Um, there is an area of João Pessoa that was sinking because they have this exploration under the soil, and I think they excavated so much that some houses started to sink in. Unbelievable. But João Pessoa, as far as I know, it's a very good place. Foz do Iguaçu, unbelievable with the waterfalls. Also pretty close to Argentina, so totally recommend you to go. I'm Brazilian. I travel a lot. I like to stay in every place for a couple of days and take the car and drive further. Yeah, if you like a driving, you have a lot of possibilities here. Florianopolis is a good place as well, guys, because it's an island that is connected to the continent by a bridge. So when you arrive, it's like San Francisco, but not as big. I mean, the size of the bridge. When you arrive, when you go to Floripa, you have this bridge, and then you have lots of beaches. The beaches in the south are colder. The beaches going to southeast, they are a little warmer. The waters. Uh, People like Jared Leto, the actor and also the lead vocal from 30 Seconds to Mars, an American band, comes to Floripa all the time. He loves the city. There are a lot of Porsches, a lot of Ferraris driving there. And it's funny to say most of the license plates are from São Paulo. So the rich Paulistas go to Florianopolis, and they have houses there and they exhibit their money there. It's a magical island, I would say. A lot of beautiful people, a lot of models, right? Uh, do you have permanent visa in Brazil? Certainly, I'm not a foreigner. I'm Brazilian. I was born and raised in this country. If you're asking me this, it's because somehow you think my English is good, so I'm gonna take this as a compliment. Thank you very much. But I was born and raised in São Paulo, Guarulhos, São Paulo. Okay. I think it's okay now. Even Grêmio is playing this in their stadium. Yeah, look, they have to move, right? They cannot be, you know, they cannot be out of their houses for long. They need to try to get back on their feet. So that's what the people are doing. But the problem has passed, right? Somehow, but they need to be careful with another catastrophe. It could rain again anytime this year. So I think the government needs to work on solving this situation of all the two, three rivers ending in this big one that cuts the city. So something needs to be done, guys. Otherwise, they will have to face this more and more and more, you know? Balneário Camboriú is the Brazilian Dubai, definitely. Definitely. Yes, Balneário Camboriú is amazing. Then again, guys, I want to travel with this channel. If you guys want to help, you can become a member of the channel. Just go check out. There are 3 categories that you can choose from. Some are very cheap, about $3 a month. So it helps a lot. But as soon as I have this condition, I'm going to travel and show you the whole country. Okay, so Baldini is saying here, sorry, Mark, it's wrong info. They are playing other city. Because you had said that they were playing their stadium already, right? Yeah. Let's illustrate this live better. Como está o Rio Grande do Sul? Like cities like Gramado, Baldini, I've heard that they're back. Even I have friends, man, from São Paulo that have traveled to Gramado. And I thought this was really beautiful, a beautiful attitude. Uh, Indeed, because they thought, okay, this is time for us to keep visiting to help the guys get back on their feet. So this couple that I know, they travel to Gramado, which is a small town away from from Porto Alegre. It's beautiful, especially on Christmas time. So the rest, I don't know. Let's see. Rio Grande do Sul, the latest news. Look at the headlines. I'm gonna read for you. Pretty soon I'm gonna be showing you those, okay? um, First, temporary city of Porto Alegre will be inaugurated this Thursday. That was 10 hours ago. To receive the people that have been displaced, right, by the floods. So they are building like a temporary city in flying quotations there. The structure has the capacity of receiving 848 people. In Canoas, also temporary shelters have been inaugurated, and they already have 300 residents. So they are still, can you see, they are still working on lodges for these people, on places so that they can stay while they cannot do anything in their cities, because probably the destruction was ginormous, you know. I just wonder what the situation of the jobs are like, you know, if the companies have gotten back to their feet somehow. Let's see. Empresas gaúchas voltaram. Oh, there is another headline that says Gaúchas companies, Gaúcho is people who were born in Rio Grande do Sul, get back to their production after the floods. But there's another one, losses, the Gaúcho company's losses can reach $10 billion, 10 billion reais. That would be what, maybe $1.5 billion, you know? Yeah, some Gaúcho industry reduces the investment, so they are trying to return, but they have a mountain to climb, right? Ah, sorry, your English is very good without Portuguese accent. Thank you very much, Surly. Means a lot. I've been studying the language for many years now. Caxias do Sul. Better than Duque de Caxias. Yeah, I think you can't compare these two places, right? They're totally different. So I really hope they are able to get back, you know, to produce, to work somehow. I saw Lula promising he would rebuild their homes. It was heartwarming. I don't doubt. Maybe the federal government is going to start doing this. But I was uh, reading some comments of some very important people in Brazil, people with billions of dollars, and they said that we have to be cautious because the reconstruction in Rio Grande do Sul is going to take a long, long time. Take a long time. So you got to be patient. It's not going to be something that is going to happen out of the blue. It's going to require a lot of investment, a lot of cooperation, and patience. Neil, grande Neil. Neil, my friend, is here. Boa noite, gente. Look, another Brazilian Portuguese student of mine speaking very good Portuguese. Bênçãos a todos. Blessings for you as well, my friend. Thank you very much. How are things going there? Are you in Philadelphia or you are in New York, man? Neil has been a friend for, I think, almost 4 years now. So now taking Brazilian Portuguese classes. I was telling the people, Neil, that I'm finishing my course, man. Just 2 more books to write, and then I'm done with the course. I'm going to start selling, putting groups together. By the way, I'm going to have a new channel very soon. The name is going to be Portuguese with Mark Saint, where you're going to receive a lot of videos about the Portuguese language, the history. I've already made a video about the Portuguese language. I might repost it on this channel. Let's see. Because telling the Portuguese story again is going to be complicated. It was a lot of work to edit and produce it. So maybe to kickstart, I'm going to post that video again. But pretty soon, I'm going to be making videos for the 2 channels. And then you can say, oh, man, come on. You barely make videos for this channel. Oh, come on, I do. But now that I will finish with my books, I'm going to be able to produce more. Hey, a lot of nice people are joining us. So we have Kevin Coutain, great friend from the United States. Tudo bem? Also another student. You guys came to the right live. Thank you very much. Because I was telling people that I'm almost finishing. I just finished writing the 3rd book of the series. 2 more to go, and then I'm done. And then I'm going to have more time for this channel. And then I'm going to become a business guy, an entrepreneur, opening courses all over the world for people to learn Brazilian Portuguese in 17 months or something like this, right? Let's see. Tisha, boa noite. Tisha is with us, great friend, great supporter of the channel as well. Nice to see you around here, Tisha. How's the shoulder? Are you recovering well? You already have a catalog here. Another channel will be great. Thank you very much. I just gave the profile, the account, and I think Bill said that he couldn't access, but take notes because I'm going to be fixing it soon. Portuguese with Mark Saints. I think you guys already follow the profile on Instagram, but on YouTube is going to be the same, okay? Inshallah, Mark. Yeah, this is Arabic, no? Yeah, you're gonna give me a loan when you make all the millions. No doubt about it. You are in a very special roster that I have of friends. You don't even have to tell me this. You just say how much, and I'm gonna sign the check for you. Okay? Don't worry about it. You guys have helped me a lot from the very first beginning. I met you, so I'm gonna be grateful forever. Kevin is a great guy. If you guys have watched the video about the Réveillon, do you guys know this word? Réveillon in Copacabana, which is the New Year night. New Year night in Copacabana. Kevin was there. Kevin was leading the mass, drinking a lot and dancing, and I was filming. It was a lot of fun. And I stayed in his apartment in Ipanema. Thank you very much again, okay, Kevin, for opening the doors of your house Also, Neil let me stay in his apartment for a while. So it's good to have friends, right? Not only because of that. The shoulder is improving day by day. Thank you. Thanks. Thank God everything is going good with you. Remember, Tisha, workout is life. After I'm telling you that, but let me tell you, I haven't been to the gym for more than a month now. My wife is pissed off at me. She said, "You have to go work out because your shoulder needs it, your health needs it." But I've been dedicating so many hours to writing, guys, that sometimes I'm not gonna stop writing. When I finish, I go back to the gym. Réveillon no Rio de Janeiro, no RJ. É ótimo. É like carioca say, RJ. Yeah, time to remember, definitely. Boa sorte para os seus projetos, Mark. Thank you, Baldini. I have the right products. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have the right products. I have a few paths figured out, and pretty soon you're gonna be hearing a lot about me and about my course. That's for sure. Kevin is the MVP, no doubt about it. Kevin is the man of the mass, the leader of the mass, and the mob, right? And this guy knows Rio like no one else. He knows Rio more than I do. That's for sure. His story started with the World Cup. Am I right, Kevin, or the Olympic Games? I don't remember anymore. We need that physio. Definitely, Tisha. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I've been sloppy, lately. But I'm gonna change this. You're going to be a boxer. The Religion World Cup, yes, he came for the World Cup 2014. Did you get to go see that fatidic game with Germany, man? Were you inside the stadium when we got 7 goals in our asses? Sorry, in our butts? That was a horrible game. Still, your videos with the hospitals were the top of the top because it shows how good they are. Okay, you like? I have some videos about the health system that have received a good response. People really like to know about the health in Brazil. And just an interesting fact: if you guys are applying for a residency visa in Brazil, be that, for example, retirement or pension, if you apply from inside Brazil, you don't need to have a medical insurance. If you apply from abroad, they're gonna ask you to be covered by a medical insurance. But in Brazil, they don't request. So it's good information. Which is different from many countries. I think if you are in the US and you apply for a residency visa, they say get out of the country and try from there, not inside. But in Brazil, they allow you to apply for the labor visa, the student's visa from here. It's possible, you know. Oh yes, oh Kevin, Hitcham has a house in Rio de Janeiro. Let's meet when I'll be back in Rio. That's a very good guy, Kevin. Seriously, good networking. I've been talking to him for a while now. Such a gentleman, good person. Always. Sometimes I'm so busy, and I apologize. Okay, Hitcham, I don't have time to answer his messages because I'm working like with 4 arms here. Pa, 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 pa. But he's always so kind and good guy. Good guy. And the same can be said about Kevin. No, I came the day after, but I'm in Zona Oeste with the Brazilians, not with the tourists. Yeah, Hitcham has a house there, so he also explores the city very much. A lot of people don't know about the situation in SUS. This is sheer ignorance. Like, I wouldn't want to get sick in another country. I don't know Europe, but I know in the US, if you get sick, you're screwed up. There is a girl, a Brazilian girl, that got a bacteria when she was in Aspen, and she was taken to the hospital because her legs were not working. Man, the bill was more than $200,000. But I think the city was kind and said, "No, don't worry, you don't have to pay." Something like this. I'm gonna cover that for you, if I'm not mistaken. But normally you gotta pay a lot of money, or she had to create a fundraiser to pay the bill. I don't remember how it turned out. But in Brazil, SUS, man, it's not the ideal system, as I said during my video that I made about this. But if you need it, you can be sure they're gonna serve you as if you were a Brazilian. And by the way, there are some YouTubers that are Americans that have been to Brazil, and they shared experiences with me, stories on this video. They said, sorry, on the comments of this video, they said, "Look, my daughter needed, I took her there, it was perfect, and I didn't pay anything." Or the guy said, "Oh, I had a problem in my back. I went there, the doctor saw me, I didn't pay anything." Amazing. Safety Wing is a good insurance company for health insurance for foreigners. Ok, Kevin. Ah, no Recreio dos Bandeirantes. Muito obrigado. Don't apologize, Mark. Tudo tranquilo. Que legal. That's some distance. There's a nude beach over there in Recreio. You see, this guy knows everything about Rio, man. There's a nude beach in Recreio, right? Have you been there, Kevin, already? Have you been to the nude beach? Praia de Abrico. Adoro, Kevin, but a lot of men, so I'm good. I'll stay home. I'm not often there. I live in Pedra do Pontal, Posto 12. Yeah, Rio de Janeiro is unbelievable. I'm not gonna even translate your sentence, man. Too much piroca for one place. I'm not gonna translate that, okay? So forget it. Guys, if you are arriving now, you have questions about Brazil or you want to comment on something, do it, please. I'm just gonna ask again. Don't talk about soccer. We're not going through some phase. We're going through some phase that has to be forgotten. Anything but soccer, because my team disappointed me a lot. And to make matters worse, Argentina is in the final again. What else could I have asked for Loki to do? You know, Loki is the god of irony, right? The joke. Oh my God, Argentina in the final again. Olá, gente. Boa noite. Another this guy is a former student, but a very good friend of mine, also in the roster. Ian Baines, the nurse of Portland, Oregon. Is that correct? Great guy, man. This guy invested in Brazil with us, with me and Célio Briardi. Bought an apartment close to my house here in the South Side. That, by the way, is growing up fast. If you guys have watched the video where I show all the constructions, the buildings are going up fast. They're blooming, man. Incredible. Incredible how the city is growing. I was emotional that England is in the finals. Very good. I didn't know that. You see, I was working on the books and completely unplugged from the rest of the world, especially after Brazil lost. So now it's going to be what? Spain versus England. Is that correct? Yeah. Oh yes, they beat Holland. Wow, Holland is a good team, man. This is a team, a national team that I wanted to see as a champion. You know, Holland. Really wanted to see the guys at least once as a champion, because they had that very good team in 1976, if I'm not mistaken, 72, 76. And very recently, but never won. O país da maconha, the pot country. Yeah, a lot of countries nowadays are working on liberating this, right? Making it free. So in the US, there are areas of California that you can use it, no? You can have marijuana. Is that correct? Got kicked out by UK today. What was the score, Hitchem, of the game? Johan Cruyff, yes. But if I don't know. I don't follow him in Real Madrid, but if I, my God, if he depended on the games of seleção of the Brazilian team to get the Ballon d'Or, the golden ball, forget it. Forget it. And he can't take criticism because one of the journalists here criticized his performance. The guy got really angry. It's a sore loser, really angry at the journalist, at the reporter. I was 2-1. It might have been a very good game. I'm gonna check the goals after this live. Yeah, Glauber and Pimentel in New York. It's legal. Oh, in New York, it's legal to have the marijuana. Yeah, let me talk a little about this because some people were saying, man, is Brazil legalizing and everything? Because I saw some report. No, just to make it clear, it's still illegal. The only difference is that they have found some common ground. I mean, the Supreme Court, the STF, about the quantity that you can carry, but it's still illicit. They say the difference is that you don't get arrested. Okay, if you have until 5 grams, I don't understand these things. I'm just saying. I don't know if it's 5 grams. So if you have until five something, it's still illicit. They will take this from you, but you don't go to jail. You don't get arrested because of that. But it's still something they call illicit in Portuguese, ilícito. It's not something that you should be carrying. Okay, so that's the change they have made. So people misunderstood the idea that, oh, now it's free, I can do it. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I'm walking in the city, in the neighborhood, there is one or two or three guys smoking pot freely on the streets. I think it's already free. The police will not stop these people and take them to jail because they have better things to do. At least that's what I feel. They have other serious things to deal with. So it's just how can I say? I understood that the justices, the guys, were just fixing the text of the law. That's what they were doing because there was no definition, no common ground on the quantity that the user could be carrying. That's it, basically. I hope I have helped clear this up. I want to come and talk football. Oh, guys, I was thinking I will call you very soon. And any one of you guys that are interested in participating on the channel, I was thinking of having like a video with four people discussing one specific topic. People who have their lives connected to Brazil, like CNN. It would be Brad Zuka in the middle and four guys here. Maybe we can do that. If you guys are interested, send me a message or say you are interested there, and I can talk to you and you can, participate on the channel. That would be nice, I guess. No, having you giving an interview to Brad Zuka or even to myself, that would be cool. Vini cries a lot. Oh, definitely cries, and he doesn't play as much as he should. You know. I'm changing my mind about Neymar, right? Because I didn't like the guy very much. Maybe because of the way he deals with things, but he's very talented in the field. He could be better, right? Or he could have been better. I don't know if there's still time. But I saw a show, guys, on TV. They put a ball in a drone and they flew very high up. I think it was Maracanã. And the guy said, okay, I'm going to press a button and the drone is gonna drop the ball. I want you to receive the ball and really handle it without it kicking out or hitting the lawn. Neymar was the only guy who could control the ball. I'm serious. The the drone was above the stadium or something like this, and they dropped the ball. Neymar was the only one who controlled it. It was incredible, incredible. Brazil has a lot trees. You think they can stop people from smoking trees? Okay. It's legal here in Oregon, so okay. Interesting to know. Oh, my wife is saying, "Stop the live! Enough!" Woo, woo! The police is here, guys. The police is here. Uh, the problem is where to buy it in Brazil. Yes, that's the problem. I was with a friend of mine, Paulista, who lives in Cidade de Deus, where he buys it. Oh. And then the Caveirão came in. Wow, no joke. My second day in Rio. Yeah, Caveirão is like an armored tank, right? I see a lot of apartment sales in Floripa, and I'm wondering why. I don't think the real estate market is inflated. Welcome, first of all, man. Abdel Hadi. Am I saying your name correct? Abdel Hadi Taya. I don't know. I think it's just a business. A lot of people buy there to resell. Some people are afraid of like a bubble in São Paulo as well, because everywhere you see there is a new tower. And this is, of course, attracting more investment in trains. 1 second, guys. So, at least in São Paulo, I see that the towers are being built and they're being sold out. So they are building other things because they're selling out. So it's incredible. Like a project we have recently released, Célio and I working on the channel here. They sold like in less than a month. There were 3 towers. 2 towers were sold out in less than a month or a month and a half. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. When they opened, I think they opened in March. By April something, like 85% were sold out. Incredible. About Floripa, maybe the market is a little different, but I know they build a lot. They still see space for construction. Maybe they're selling because they bought to invest. So it's very normal. You buy on the plan and you resell it, maybe. You got the name right. I am thinking of investing, but I see the prices are a little bit too much. I never see 20,000. 2,000 per square meter, per meter. $2,000. That's the price of São Paulo, buddy. That's the price of São Paulo. São Paulo is that project I just mentioned, 11,000 a square meter. There are places 8,000, 9,000, but normally this is the price. This is the price. The wife is calling. Yeah, she was asking me when I'm gonna finish because she wants to have dinner with me. And I said, hold on a second. Now that the guys have arrived, I'll be there with you soon, right? So guys, if you wanna become members of the channel, please do choose one of the categories. We have 3. We have tourists. I think it's about $3. We have tourists, residents, and citizens. Pick one of the products and support the channel, please. Or if you want to send a super chat there, it's also welcome. Okay. 7,000 per square meter in Leblon. Leblon, man, Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro is, I think the most expensive square meter nowadays is not real anymore. Let me check this. Metro quadrado mais caro do Brasil. Mais caro do Brasil 2024. Oh, there is a, internet loves top 10, right? Take a look. Top 10 most expensive square meter properties in Brazil in 2024. According to Fipezap is an index company. They released this in July, this month. The cities with the most expensive square meter in the countries are, number 1, Balneário Camboriú. Yes, our Dubai, our Brazilian Dubai. Number 2, Itapema, Santa Catarina. Wow, it's also Santa Catarina because it's by the beach. Number 3, top 3, Vitória, Espírito Santo. Wow, this is surprising for me. The average price for the square meter is 9,020 reais. This is new for me. We have others. Check it out. Number 4, Florianópolis. So top 5 and number 5, Itajaí. So top 5, 4 are in Santa Catarina. People have discovered the state of Santa Catarina because of the beauty, the beaches. And I don't know if you guys know, we have a park in Santa Catarina called Beto Carreiro World, which is our Disneyland, okay? Our Disneyland. So everybody goes there. Okay, in the 6th position is São Paulo, 11,000 and 11 reais. I forgot to tell you, Balneário Camboriú, the price of the square meter is 13,259. In Itapema, Santa Catarina, 12,962. Em Vitória do Espírito Santo, 11,349. In Florianópolis, 11,340. In Itajaí, 11,284. In São Paulo, the average is 11,011 reais. And then you have Barueri, that Hitcham mentioned, 10,000. Rio de Janeiro, 10,101. So Rio de Janeiro is not the most expensive square meter anymore. And it shows the value, the value or the increase of the value in the last 12 months. In Balneário Camboriú, 6.19%. An increase in the price, in the value. So you buy and you're gonna have this for your property. In Itapema, 12.53%. In Vitória, 8.08. Floripa, you have a valuing of an increase in the value of your property of 11.04%. Itajaí, 12.35%. In São Paulo, 5.42%. In Barueri, 10.56%. In Rio de Janeiro, 1.85% increase after you buy it. In Curitiba, which is after Rio, the square meter is 9,989 and you have a 13% increase. That's a good one. In Brasília, the average price is 9,181 reais per square meter. And you have a valuing of, I don't know if this is the right word, please help me, 4.64%, right? Tamboré, 50 million reais for a house. Wow. What housing would you recommend for a family with 3 young children? What house? 3 young children. I know families that have 3 kids that live in apartments, and it depends on where you're asking, where you want to live. Okay, if it's São Paulo, definitely get an apartment because you're gonna have the views, the landscaping. So bedroom with dressing and bathroom was 450 square meters. Mr. Rich, where are you from? Okay, Morocco, and you? É, Balneário Camboriú. Meu Deus do céu. I'm in Germany. I'll leave in Chile back soon to Brazil. Miss so much, especially Rio and São Paulo. Oh, you are in Floripa, Taya. That's good. Got here 2 months ago. Beautiful country. Thinking of investing now. Yeah, look, you gotta take a look at what the numbers say, okay, Taya. Take a look at what the numbers say about how much they got over the price they paid. You know, I don't have to teach you, you're an investor. But take a look, talk to people, see. I know Neymar has an apartment there in Balneário Camboriú. I know he has a company, I even made a video about this, that invests in Floripa, no, in Balneário a lot, in the region of Santa Catarina. They build apartments, towers, so that's why if they do that, it's because they have clients, right? So it's still selling. No, yeah, Brazil, man. Pretty soon, I made a video about this. I don't know if you guys watched, but the Northeast will also be an option for you guys to invest in the future because Neymar's companies, along with another partnership, they're bringing very luxurious buildings and houses to an area that they want to call the Brazilian Caribbean. So pretty soon you guys will receive news about this more than the one that I made, that I brought. Airbnbs are booked even now in the middle of the winter. Yeah, it's always, yeah, that's the point. Floripa, Santa Catarina in general receives a lot of tourists. I'll send you via Zap a link for real estate agent Monica there in Tambora. Sure, do that. No problem. By the way, I'm going to read your messages and answer them as soon as I'm done here, okay? Guys, we're reaching, in 3 minutes, we're going to reach 2 hours. Thank you very much. I think I'm going to call it a night. I have a video to edit, the one that I was at the beach and I wasn't able to post for you guys. Things are going to get more busy in here. When I say busy, I mean on the channel, I'm going to be producing more things now that I'm getting a few obligations off the way. So thanks for your patience, okay? It's cheaper to live in the north part of Brazil. Definitely it's cheaper. And I'm going to be honest with you, German. There are areas in the Northeast that are, I'm not going to say 1,000 times because I don't want to offend, but 100 times more beautiful than Santa Catarina. If you go to Alagoas, Maragogi, for example, crystal clear waters. You don't need to get out of Brazil to go to Thailand to see this. The Northeast is great, and they have good opportunities for people with cash. So if you have money already and you want to invest, buddy, you're going to find a lot of interesting things, So, the police. Olha o Zap. Woo, woo. Woo. So, yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye because I don't want to get beaten up. I'm kidding. I'm gonna have dinner with my wife and my kid. Thank you very much. You guys have been great. Make sure you visit the communities. I need to inflate that thing to have more people. And it would be very good if you guys could help me so I could travel more. Okay. And I'm going to be here on Sunday. All right. Thank you very much, you all. Love you all. Bye-bye.